Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing my top 5 paid for games on PC. Now a while ago I did my top free-to-play PC games, and they consist of games such as Star Wars: The Old Republic, War Thunder, Heroes and Generals. Actually I don't think Heroes and Generals was on there, but point still stands. I made that video, and now this is the follow-up to that. This is my top 5 paid for PC games. So let's hop right into this. At the number 5 spot, we have a game called Depth. Now, Depth is what it is. There's 2 sharks and 5 divers. The divers have to escort this remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, called Steve through different levels. Well, all the time he's collecting gold out of safes. So you have to protect him while he's stationary to do this. The sharks can ram into him and disable him, and then the sharks have to eat the divers until the divers run out of respawns. And the divers get upgraded weaponry, but the sharks also get things called evolutions, or evolutions, wherever you're from, however you say it. They are ones that can make the sharks stronger. They can sense the dangers like mines that the divers place down to try and protect themselves from said shark attacks. Recently the game received an update where it's got new sharks. It's got a Megalodon mode, which Megalodon, if you didn't know what that is, it's basically a prehistoric giant shark. A shark that you really don't want to be messing with, and it's kind of like a fuck-off big animal. Fish, rather. But, this game, I do enjoy it. I played a lot during the beta, and I have a copy of the full game now. I've uploaded a few games to my YouTube channel for some people to play. I've only got 3 other people to really play it. So there's a need of like 6 or 7 people to fill a lobby up. There aren't many people playing it, but there are a decent number of people playing it now after its full release. It is on Steam. I'm not sure how much it is on Steam, but I got my code for it from a website called kingrin.net, as that is where I get most of my games from. Okay, Depth is actually £19 or $18.99, so whatever that is in your currency, that is how much Depth will cost you. Anyway, moving on to the number 4 spot is Battlefield 4. Now, because of my channel's sort of change in orientation, like I used to do a lot of Battlefield videos, you might think this game's a little bit higher on my list. No, I'm going to put this at the number 4 spot because of the fact I've stopped playing it a lot more. I haven't been playing it as regularly as I used to, and because I'm having some problems with my SLI scaling, trying to get the game to actually run properly on my 2 560s. It runs fine on single 560, which is quite frustrating, and I've just really stopped playing the game as much, and I've stopped enjoying it as much as I used to. So that's why Battlefield 4 has the number 4 spot on my list. Anyway, for the number 3 spot on my list, I'm going to give this spot to Space Engineers. Now this game has a lot of possibilities. I've uploaded quite a bit of this up on my YouTube channel already, so you kind of get an idea on what the game's about. The game is basically you're one lone engineer. Well, you can be up to. You can create a server on your PC because of the built-in server stuff. The server hosting software and hub uses your machine, so you can start local servers up on it, and you can. Basically, you have an infinite recently they added the infinite worlds, so you can create a world and you can explore it forever. Basically, it will keep generating in new asteroids. It will spawn in new ships from the Steam Workshop that other players have created and submitted to these developers to add into the game. There are limitations on those ships. There can only be, like, I think, a maximum of 500,000 triangles for the stations, 380,000 for large ships, and then something like 30,000 for small ships or something like that. And just to make sure there's not a lot of lag. The world, you can fly off. You can actually mod your top speed now from 104.4 meters per second up to, I think, 5,000 meters per second. But we've had a warning to stay below that to make sure the game isn't unstable. This game is in early access, and Space Engineers will set you back around about £20, I think. It is around, yeah, it's 18.99 again, so around £20. So if you're really into like creating things in general, I have created freighters, cargo ships, warships. I'm currently building myself a battle fleet, which I'm quite looking forward to finishing. That's got some quite nice physics in there. The block deformation is quite good, and I'm quite pleased with. I'm quite happy actually where the game has gone in the last couple of months that I've owned the game as well. And for the number 2 spot on this list, I'm going to give that to Minecraft. I know many people may have seen this coming. I don't play as much Minecraft as I used to, mainly because I've played so much of it I kind of got bored of it. I haven't played the new 1.8 update, or whatever update we're on now, so that is why I haven't got much on my YouTube channel, because I'm just bored of Minecraft at the moment. I would have given the spot to Arma 2 DayZ mod, but I don't feel that is a game I can properly give a spot on this list, mainly because I don't play it enough and I get sick of the performance on Arma, considering that it does not use my SLI, it barely uses my processor, and I get around 30 frames per second. It's very tiring to play and can get quite tedious at times. But yes, I gave Minecraft the number 2 spot on my list because I have played a lot of it. I've played it for years. I've played it since it first released. I may not have bought it when it first released, but I definitely played it when it first released. And I've played it up from Alpha 1.2.6 to the current version of Minecraft. So that is why I gave it this spot. And I'm going to let it solidify itself as the number 2 game on this list. Now, for my first game on this list, my number 1 game on my top 5 paid for PC games has to go to the game I now have over 500 hours in. I actually have 555 hours in as of this video, and that is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Yeah. CSGO. A game made back in 2012 or 2012, however you say it. I love this game. I actually love it. It can be frustrating if you get a teammate who are absolutely appalling at the game, but it's got so many other little things to it. It's got like little death matches, arms races. It's got community casual, competitive 5-man 5v5, which you've seen a lot of that on my YouTube channel, of like the clutches. You've seen rounds I do well in. I'll edit them up into like a quick little, a shorter video that doesn't last as long as the match would, because the match can last anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half. So those like 20-minute CSGO videos are like cut down substantially of when I die or nothing really happens. I cut the video apart and try to make it as simple as and short as I possibly can without cutting out too much of the core gameplay. Now, for people who are wanting to get to CSGO, I would advise watching YouTube channels that specialize in CSGO and give you opinions on how to play not opinions, but give you tips and advice how to play the game. I first started out in CSGO at the lowest rank you can possibly be, which is Silver 1. That's here. I will put a little annotation in the video to show you where that is. But I've had the game since August of last year, and I started watching a guy called WarOwl on YouTube after about a month of playing and being shite. I watched his videos, took his tips and tricks into advice, and I have come up the ranking system in CSGO up to my current rank, which is Gold Nova 3, and I will continue to attempt to get better and get my goal of Master Guardian 1, which is here on the list. So, CSGO is actually a game I do enjoy way too much, probably. I've got more hours in CSGO than I do any Battlefield title now, and it is a really easy game to run, actually. You don't need an amazing PC to run CSGO. I mean, my single 560 can run the game maxed out at 100 frames per second easy, so I keep all the details on its lowest, just Apart from I turned some anti-aliasing on so I can see through like the bars and on some maps, but for the most part, you want to try and turn your shadows on as well. That can be quite helpful. But apart from that, most of my settings are on low anyway, just so I can keep my frame rate as high as I possibly can. In fact, some people go to the point where they turn their game down to 4.3 and 1280 by 960 resolution on their native 1080p monitors, just to see that they've got a bigger target to shoot at and they've got even more frames per second. But I'm not one of those players who does that, so I have to play on my native resolution, otherwise it looks weird. But CSGO has a lot of mods for it as well. There's a lot of custom servers. There's a lot of like surfing. If you don't know what surfing is, it's basically you go into a map and you can slide around the map, and you have to try and do these complicated maneuvers to try and get into portions of the map. And then there's like little death runs which you have to do mini games in and stuff like that. So there's also a huge following for CSGO, and there's like 300,000 players that play the game daily or something like that. There's a massive scene workshop for the game too. There's custom skins in the game, and skins in CSGO can be quite a lot of money. Knives in CSGO are worth a lot as well. There's unboxings and all that. You'll probably see a couple of these videos on YouTube if you're already playing CSGO, and if you're not, CSGO is around about the £11 mark, but you can get it cheaper from websites like G2A and Kinguin.net. So I advise you to go there if you're trying to pick up the game. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is $11.99. So there you go. If you're thinking of picking up a copy of CSGO, when I hit 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel, I will be giving away 1 copy of CSGO and 1 copy of Space Engineers. So if you're interested in picking up any of those 2 games, stay tuned to the channel. When I hit 100 subscribers, I will release a video detailing the details on the giveaway, and I shall pick a winner after that video has gone out for a couple of weeks. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this top 5 paid for PC games. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have got some new games from this list that you might want to check out, and I shall see you in the next video, whatever that may be. So thank you for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.